And right now we are getting ready to check out Florence and the Machine. The song is called Third Eye. This is my first real listen to Florence and the Machine outside of The Dog Days Are Over. That is a song that I definitely could not escape when it came out. That was one where I was definitely out from underneath my rock. I was around for that one. I definitely remember that song. That song was everywhere. So I am familiar with that one. So this is my first real listen to anything outside of the smash hit that was that song. So let's go ahead and check this song out, Third Eye. Okay, I don't already. I feel like I'm kind of not sinking in to where I should be sinking in because I'm getting the goosebumps, but I don't know why. And I think it's because of it just straight up like the sound of her voice. To be honest with you, because oh my goodness, like she sounds like I could. This sounds like already. This sounds like this is what she would sound like in person, if that makes any sense. So, I could definitely see the appeal very, very quickly. I'm gonna go backwards though. I'm gonna go back because like I said, I feel like I didn't sink into this the way I should have, and I was like, I feel like I need to. Let's go back because I need to pay attention to the lyrics this time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, man. Oh, I'm gonna say everything. Oh, guys, I can't. I shouldn't have done this. This was a bad idea. This was the worst idea I probably could have ever done. Because now you are letting my sister say, and she's gonna say it. You know, I hope she's not on here now. Now I hope, Sissy, I hope that you are right now. I hope you are knee deep in not paying attention to what your brother's saying. Because I'm about to embarrass myself in front of you and the rest of the world and our entire family and give you all the credit where I feel terrible and I shouldn't have listened to you. I should have listened. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh boy, this is smacking me in the face in like all the best ways, man. I can't even lie to you. Like it's. I like this a lot, man. It's moving, and like I said, she doesn't go to a lot of shows. She doesn't. And I know that she went to see Florence and the Machine once. And I was like, how was the show? And she was like, oh, it's so great. Best show I've ever been to. And I see why now. Because like I said, I'm halfway through the first song and I'm like, man, you know what? This is totally my bag, dude. And I feel like I don't know why, because I'm like a lot of what she listens to is probably a little too sad girl for me. So like when I was like, you know, before it's my number one, right? And so I'm like, but but yeah, but I'm like, is it just number one of all the sad girls? So I'm like, I always stayed away. You know what I mean? I would try to let her have her thing. You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like I don't want to take it over. You know what I mean? Like, I almost feel bad for liking it. Because I feel like this is like her thing now. You know what I mean? But this is good. Like, was that a fire going on like in the video, like in the background, like when she was first, was it like a fire pit like on the street? I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like this is exactly the type of stuff that I'd like and dig, and I'm sure that like her repertoire is very similar in nature, like just kind of across the board. As much as like you can't really put a defining like title or an idea of like what her music sounds like this is the kind of artist that I like, though. You know what I mean? Like, I like people like this. Like, I'm drawn to people like this.
You don't have to be a ghost here amongst the living. You are flesh and blood, and you deserve to be loved, and you deserve what you are given. And oh, how much? 'Cause there's a whole way a heart lies, and I can see it with my third eye. And though my touch it magnifies, you pull away, you don't know why. That original lifeline, original lifeline, that original lifeline, original lifeline. 'Cause there's a whole way a heart lies, and I can see it with my third eye. And though my touch it magnifies, you pull away, you don't know why. That original lifeline, original lifeline, that original lifeline, that original lifeline. 'Cause your pain isn't true, the only thing you let higher.
Okay, I feel like we're like moving into a different transition point again. So I feel like I'm gonna lose everything I've been thinking about like in the last like little bit. I feel like I'm gonna miss it. So we're gonna go back a little bit and we'll start that back over. But man, God, this is like so artistic, and like I feel like it's like ties to like the visual representation like ties together so well with like the overall like thought process of like the audio, if you will, and like the overall like message of the song, if you will. Like that whole second verse when she was talking about like basically like you don't have to be a ghost, like that you are like you are alive like on this planet. And like as she's walking like through like the hallway, like you're watching like all like the zombie like figures like kind of like be there, and she's kind of like the one who has like the life like kind of spreading through them. And as like she moves through them, they all like kind of like come to life, if you will. Oh my God. Next level, yo. Next level. Can see it with my third eye. Next level, yo. Next level. This is good, man. Like I said, I'm nursing a headache today, so I'm not as screamy and shouty as I probably typically am. But this is good. I love this. I love it. It sounds good. It reminds me of like it reminds me of like the things that I liked about like things like Enya. Does that make sense? Where it's very like trance-like, if you will, like the way that like just kind of like orchestrate the music. Like it's kind of hard to tie together like what all instruments and all different sounds and things that they're putting together in order to make this. But like this is like how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how this is done. Does that make sense? I feel like this is like the cream of the crop of like this type of stuff.
Always there to remind
my God. The goosebumps, baby.
I'm trying to change. I'm the same, 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 I'm trying to change.
Yo, like, stop. I feel like this only opened. She opened the door for like a whole like different discussion now. Like she's opened the door for like an entire different discussion within the same like video. That is not the right one. No, that's it. this overall concept of like why she's like just singing that over and over again, like walking to like the stage performance where there's like so many musicians and so many artists out there that the idea of performing and the idea of being in front of those crowds is like not anything that they want. You know what I mean? Some people live for that, and I feel like it's more the heavier side like likes the live performance aspect versus like cannot stand it, right? There's an artist that I went and saw. She was an opener for a different artist that I was going to see, and I was very, very excited to see her open. And I was very, very disappointed in like what she did, because I loved that artist, and I was like, it was a blind, like, go watch them perform live, because I was there to watch the headliner, but I got excited when I saw that person was on tour with them, and I was just so disappointed. But it was a moment where I had the half the drive home, I was sitting there talking to my wife about the fact that I feel bad for artists like this who just want to create music, but in order to get out there and survive really at all, you kind of have to tour. Like, there's certain things you kind of have to do. There's certain grinds you have to take. It's so hard for any artist to just be an artist. Even though we can all agree that they should all do that, right? We should all agree that, like, oh man, like a painter should paint. A musician should make music. But it's not that simple. And and life is complicated, and you have to be able to take care of yourself, and you have to be able to learn to do all these extra things. And so someone, like I said, like that artist I referenced, and someone like Florence in like this video, where it's like, you probably don't even like that aspect of it. You might hate it, but your art is so moving, and the fans like demand it of you, like they want it, like they're you are a money maker to be had, if you will. You know what I mean? Hate to say it like that, but there is money to be made. People are gonna come see you. But you don't want that. You don't want that pressure. I could talk about bands and artists all day long. My wall is filled with them again. It's not easy to get out and do that day after day. It's not easy to do that. And when I watch something like this, when I watch something like Florence, I see an artist. I see the person who's a painter. They were born to do this. You know what I mean? They're not. They shouldn't be doing other things. You know what I mean? But with some of those choices, and with like I said, just being born to be that artist and be inspired to create the things that you're creating this way, there's responsibilities that come with that, and it's not always fun, and you have to find ways to get around it. You know what I mean? Hopefully that's why a lot of the times these artists, they have teams and stuff to help them with that stuff. I talk about it with The Warning. I've talked about it with so many different artists where it's like, I hate to see artists like out there like putting out content, doing things that you can just tell their heart's not in. You know what I mean? Because you can just see it that they're like either defeated, that like it's you didn't want to do this. You didn't, I watch bands every single day, artists every single day trying to come up and create with new ways to try to sell you the same thing that the band over there is selling you. Just come pay attention to my stuff. Come listen to my music. See if my stuff is better than maybe your taste. You know what I mean? And it's sad. We talked about this a lot last week where I said, I'm like, I hate seeing these artists be too good at pointing to the link in the description, be too good at all this. It's all just so robotic. It's also, but it will help build your stuff. It does, but authenticity always means more. And so, like I said, for someone like Florence and the Machine, who probably doesn't do a lot of touring, who probably does very minimal touring, and great stuff that like this. Like I said, one song, I could tell what this whole artist is. I know, you know what I mean? I've been kind of somewhat been hearing about it, for the last 10 years. So I get it now. You know what I mean? I see it. I feel like I dove in enough to really see it. And this is another just amazing vocal performance and another just incredible storyteller and like just thought provoker. You know what I mean? Like, this video, I could probably talk for another hour about what this video made me think. But I would say at the end of the day, Sissy, you were right, and I should have listened to you a long time ago. And now you get to hold it over my head, like, for every holiday that we see each other and every chance we will ever hang out again for the rest of our lives about, hey, remember that time when you had to say that I was right in front of everybody? But yes, I think that she would say that she probably won me over for sure. I think that she did a good job. So shout out to her. And again, Tia loves you, little man. All right, that was Florence and the Machine. That was Third Eye. God, so good. I'm still kind of blown away from that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little headache sip of water.